Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark our champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt with JP Zuccato on camera, and we're back at the Oval in Queens, New York for the League of Clubs Northeast semi-final. It's Met Oval against Kensington Soccer Club, and a ticket to the first ever Northeast Conference final on the line. Met Oval are going into these playoffs top seed after their dramatic victory against Monmouth FC on Saturday. 2 goals in the last 30 minutes. Snatched the top seed from Monmouth at the 11th hour. And so Met Oval hosts this semi-final. If they win tonight, they will also host the final on Saturday. But there's a lot of football to be played before that point. When these two sides met a few weeks ago, it was a heavy victory for Met Oval, but should be noted Kensington were missing 8 out of their normal 11 starting players, so it's a very changed side for them. And I know, talking to coach Justin Haskell before the game, he was pleased that they drew Met Oval so they could have a chance to make amends for that heavy defeat and show what force they can be. But certainly on paper, Met Oval are favourites tonight. They've been superb this season, winning 8 out of the 10 League for Clubs games. They've scored for fun 33 goals in those 10 games. At home in particular, they've been prolific, 21 goals. And they were at their very best against Monmouth on Saturday. Although they had to be patient for the goal, they dominated the game, created a lot of chances, were really unfortunate not to score a few before they finally found the breakthrough. But we'll see what Kensington can muster on the road, and Met Oval are going to have to guard against complacency after that heavy victory. Met Oval are going to be in the white, Kensington in the black. And we have our predicted starting 11s for this evening. For Met Oval, it's the same starting lineup, bar one change that beat Monmouth on the weekend. Christodoulou will be in between the sticks. In front of him, Bagnato, who is excellent on Saturday, will be flanked by Gonzalez and Bernard. Those three, alongside Christodoulou, keeping a clean sheet against Monmouth. No easy task, the first time anyone had done it in the League for Clubs this season. In front of them will be Matthew Uriarte and Kasha, the Xavi Iniesta partnership. Both low centre of gravity players, incredibly technical IQ that defies reality. They will turn out the tightest spaces and cut a midfield to ribbons with their triangle passes. Nelson Reynoso has been a standout this season. He scored 2 in the last 2 games. He's going to be on the right wing. Carlos Villa, the intrepid skipper, on the left wing. Those two have been a pillar of the team this campaign. And the front three, it's one to watch. Balti Saunders on the right flank. He was really pulling the strings in a free role on Saturday. Oleshko, the recent Ukrainian signing, who's made quite an impact since joining the team in the second half of the season. He has 3 goals to his name already and scored 2 of those against Kensington in the previous meeting. And then a late change. We were expecting to have de Blasio on the left wing. He's out because of injury. Just need to see who's replaced him, but I believe it's going to be William Baker. For Kensington, we're going to have Morales in goal, Reaper and Bowman at centre-back, Thames at left-back, Panichia at right back. And like I said, this is a very changed side from the one that lost 7-2 here. And you know what, actually, it's going to be Chris Sullivan who's going to start for Met Oval on the left flank. And he's earned that, scoring off the bench almost immediately against Monmouth on Saturday. But if I finish with our Kensington lineup, Frank Kongbei is going to be in front of that back four. Nidi Oglo, will be in the number 8 alongside Fuentes, and then the front three, Olalei, Abdel Gadir, who scored twice in the previous meeting and has 4 to his name this season. He's going to be on the right side, and then big name in the lineup here who wasn't on the last visit for Kensington, Franklin Kongbei, is going to be leading the line. He's the top scorer for Kensington this season, 5 goals to his name. It looks like we're just going to be delayed for a second as the linesmen have sandbags. They're going to anchor down the goal. But Franklin Kongbei is Frank Kongbei's twin, and they are both rising sophomores at Rutgers Camden. But a big boost for Kensington to have them tonight, and it will be Franklin Kongbei who will kick us off here. And Franklin Kongbei kicks us off. Met Oval, certainly the favourites this evening to make the first ever League for Clubs North East final. But Kensington may find that heavy defeat they sustained here a few weeks ago as the motivational tonic they need to reverse their fortunes. They're not coming into this evening in particularly good form, as Bagnato taking a bit of a gamble on the edge of his own 6-yard box. But it's played out by Met Oval, and Lesko might be in here in the first minute. Morales with a brilliant gamble coming off his line, got that just right, and that right there is the threat of Met Oval. They always try and play out from the back, and they draw in the press, and they have that quality to break the press so often, and if they do, they often are transitioning very quickly into the final third. Oleshko has got lightning pace. Good step by Bernard. Villa showed a little bit too much to Abdelgader. Iriarte too strong and wins it back. And although Met Oval won the previous meeting between these sides 7-2, it was 3-1 until the final 30 minutes. And Kensington took the lead. Abdelgader off of a corner. Reaper will drive it up. Gonzalez with the header. Kasha, a linchpin in midfield for Met Oval this entire season. Just 19 years old. Iriarte let that run, but Kasha there to pick it up for him.
That's all right, that's all right.
Kasha might need a little attention here early on. Bagnato. Bernard into Chris Sullivan, who scored just a minute after coming on against Monmouth to secure the 3 points from Met Oval that have allowed them to host this semi-final. Gonzalez over the top. Reynoso races after it. Couldn't quite keep it in. Met Oval with the 100% win record at home. But Monmouth was the first time they kept a clean sheet at home. Generally, they've outscored teams here at the Oval, which has certainly been enjoyable for us as a neutral. But the most common feature has been they generally dominate possession. If teams are scoring against them, it's on the counter-attack or from set pieces. Saunders trying to flick it on with the knee for Reynoso. Was pinged at him by Christo Dolau. Diaglo helping on, but turned over by Chris Sullivan. In terms of the team's shapes tonight, Met Oval, as always, playing with their 3-4-3, incredibly attacking formation. Reynoso and Carlos Villa are the wingers in that midfield four, but often they are effectively turning into a front five, and it's played onto Leszko. Sasha Leszko tried to cut inside of Ballman, the German, holding up well. Corner kick for Met Oval, who are controlling these early stages here. Well, most teams would really hesitate to play that three at the back with such an attacking lineup in front. Often leaves Met Oval in a 3v3, 4v4 on the edge of their own penalty area in possession, but their players have the quality to play out of that, and if they do play out of it, they create the overload in the final third. Here's Saunders, reverse it back. Iriarte lost his footing and he was offside anyway. At least as the linesman saw it. German crossfield. Iriarte lost his footing again. Panichia. Kongbei. Stocky figure. Bullying his way through a couple of white shirts. Couldn't find the feet of Abdel Gadir.
Let's go! Come on! Get together!
Bernard. Or Bagnato even, excuse me. Drifting out to the left side. Draws it crossfield. Leszko. Not quite the header he was intended. It's flicked on here. Kongbei lost his footing. A couple of players struggling on the surface. And that was a late and clumsy tackle by Lee Diaglo. Getting a warning from the referee. The other semi-final tonight is Monmouth visiting Atlantic City, who were top seed in the South Division of the North East Conference. That kicked off at the same time as this one. Flipped over the top towards Leszko. Oh, Leszko with it. Sasha Leszko. Big save by Morales. Came off his line. But that is the third time already Leszko has found space in behind Kensington's back line, and he's won it back here. Couldn't find the feet of Sullivan, but alarm bells will be ringing for Kensington. They don't look like they can keep up with this pace at the moment with that high line. And Morales has come up good twice, but that's going to eventually run out of luck for Kensington. Here's Saunders, nice footwork. Couldn't find a teammate. Abdel Gadir trying to bring it out, or Thames even, excuse me. Gonzalez. Iriarte. Bagnato. Kasha. Bernard. It's a good ball to Nelson Reynoso. Reynoso driving to the byline. Nelson Reynoso goes down. Penalty Met Oval. Reynoso shredding his man, cutting down to the byline, and he got clipped on the heels. No hesitation from the referee, no argument from Kensington. 9 minutes in here. Met Oval with the chance for breakthrough. There's excellent play by Bernard as well in the lead up to that. Ranging pass out to Reynoso. But Nelson Reynoso still had so much left to do. And he has given Met Oval here the penalty, which Balti Saunders will take. Looking for his 5th of the season. Saunders, 1-0 Met Oval. Tucked home with extreme prejudice by Saunders. His 5th this season, his 2nd against Kensington. And the Queen side take the lead in the North East semi-final. Met Oval capitalising on their positive start. It's almost the reverse of the last time these sides met. Kensington scored almost at exactly the same time, but this time they trail and they've been dominating these first 10 minutes. They've got to find a new gear. That looked like it came off their hand. The referee is going to allow play to continue. Carlos Villa, saved by Morales. Saunders looked to touch it back, cleared out. Abdelgadir, positive touch, too heavy. Iriarte. Kasha. Gonzalez. Beautiful crossfield ball. But Carlos Villa was offside. Bowman, down the line. Abdelgadir. Iriarte got a touch on it. It will be a throw-in for Kensington. I thought it should have been one, but Carlos Villa making his case and winning that. Looked to find Leshko quickly with the throw-in. Ola Nai winning the free kick. Bowman. Panachia. Abdelgadir. Bernard sticking closely to Abdelgadir. Saunders. Nearly slotted between two black shirts. And as he tried to recover the ball, clipped the heels of Abdelgadir. Bowman's going to drive this up into the penalty area. It's a good ball cross-field, sent back into the area. Abdelgadir, still Abdelgadir. He went wide, he's looked for a penalty, and the referee is going to give a second penalty. In the space of 5 minutes, Coach John Bucklow hurling his pennies down in frustration. Abdelgadir was going nowhere there. A foot was hung out, I think by Bernard, and Abdelgadir went flying. I'm not sure there was too much in that, but the foot was hung out and Abdelgadir took his chances. He won the ticket. And Kensington have the chance to respond quickly here at the Oval. And Abdelgadir, who won it, could score Kensington's third goal against Met Oval this season and his third goal against Met Oval this season. Christo Dolau in goal. Abdelgadir will take this in front of a plucky Met Oval youth section. Abdelgadir wasn't phased, sent Christo Dolau the wrong way, and Kensington are level here. 2 spot kicks, 2 goals. We might have quite a semi-final on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes gone, it's 1-1. Well, whether there was contact or not to warrant that penalty, you can certainly see why Coach Birklow was frustrated. Abdelgadir was going out wide. There's no need to commit to the tackle. You've got to give him credit, one way or the other. He created that chance, that penalty. And Christo Dolau with a heavy touch, very fortunate. Franklin Kangbe lost his footing. I think he might have had that otherwise. And I said Met Oval's Achilles heel has been set pieces at home, and that was a penalty created from a set piece. A good ball in by Bowman, and it was hooked back across the 6-yard box at the far post by Thames. Or by Panaccio even, I think, excuse me. He switched side with Thames by the looks of things. Interesting decision early on by Coach Haskell to change the fullback sides.
Can you give him a warning? Captain, this is not your ball. Leave it and go. Just leave it. Don't touch it.
Big head by Reynoso. Iriarte. Sullivan. Iriarte. Abdelgadir heavy with his press. Fuentes will hurl it in. Abdelgadir. Reynoso. Oleshko scampers after it. Good covering by Reaper. Kasha. Villa. He's got Chris Sullivan on the overlap. That ball was too heavy, and Bowman reading it well. Look at that for a touch by Nidiaglo, but it's yielded back over by Bernard. Iriarte. He's going to get it back again, Matthew Iriarte. So good at spinning out of the pressure. Gonzalez. Kasha. Villa, Met Oval continuing to stretch their visitors with the width. But unfortunately there, the cross from Villa coming off of Sullivan. Villa looking for the free kick. And he'll get it.
Right there is good.
Iriarte. Villa. The run not there from Chris Sullivan. And guys, today's broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. Scan the QR code for 10% off. And also La Casita Mexicana is proud to support Met Oval, the best Mexican restaurant north of the border. Mention Met Oval for 5% off your next visit. And also Positive Sports Therapy supports Met Oval. where champions end pain and get their life back. Mention Met Oval for 15% off your next visit. Frank Kongbei strong. Bowman drives it up towards Franklin Kongbei. Bagnato tussling with him. You can see Kongbei's a real handful physically, and I think he's a little unfortunate there to have that free kick called against him. Didn't look like an excessive amount of contact from him.
Yes, Musa! Yes, Musa!
Iriarte. Lovely combination play by Met Oval to break the press. Saunders. It's just not quite clicking at the moment for Met Oval as they search for those wide areas. Another wayward pass. Good step by Gonzalez. That will fall all the way to the feet of Morales, who hoofs it up. Gonzalez again. Reynoso. Oleshko. Saunders. Tackled by Diaglo. Bernard with the step. Couldn't find Kasha. That was a hostile pass there by Diaglo. Nearly set in Oleshko. One back by Saunders. Look at that for a Maradona turn by Olalei. Fuentes. Searching over the top towards Kongbei, or Olalei even, excuse me, and Bernhard wasn't exactly aware of where his goalkeeper was and nearly caught him out with that pacey back pass header. Kasha. Sullivan. Good footwork by Chris Sullivan initially, but then he lost his balance. Kensington are starting to turn over more balls here. That equaliser has spurned some belief into the visitors. His Thames. Villa covering well. But Thames not giving up on it. Looks to float it back in into the side netting.
Now work back! Work back! Hey, Matt! Dictate what we're going to do. If we're going to stay... Musa, hey! We just got to make sure it doesn't end up here. All right, hey.
Christodole out with the knock-up. That's a loose touch by Panicia. Oleshko again nearly prowling. He's always ghosting around in dangerous positions. Iriarte, Saunders, here's Oleshko again. Sasha Oleshko was shaping up to shoot. I think he judged the angle too narrow. Has ended up cutting it back somehow. Reynoso towards the far post, headed clear by the big German bowman. Iriarte wins it back for Met Oval. Bernard. Kasha. He thought there was a winger behind him, there wasn't. Kongbei. Good tackle by Gonzalez. Has been excellent so far in this first half. Penalties for each side inside the space of 5 minutes. Gives us our 1-1 scoreline. Balti Saunders first on the 10-minute mark, and then Abdelgadir winning and converting not long after that. Gonzalez. Kasha. Oval playing with fire this time. Fuentes. Abdelgadir. Still Abdelgadir trying to cut back Metoval, being much more careful. And then Abdelgadir went down under contact.
How was that not a penalty?
And there certainly was contact that time. The first time is dubious. The contact, you could hear it from here. I think the referee judging it was incidental. To be fair, I think he had lost possession of the ball at that point. Here's Chris Sullivan, end to end. Villa towards the far post. Reynoso! 2-1. A sublime counter-attack by Metoval. Nelson Reynoso somersaults the joy. Kensington irate on the bench. They thought they should have had a penalty at one end. Metoval transitioned. And in the space of about 10 seconds, tucked it home at the other. Tantalising cross in. And Reynoso got the angles on that header to perfection. His 5th of the season. Him and Balti Saunders, joint top scorers. They've both scored, both on 5 for their campaign in the league for clubs. Metoval ahead again. With 20 minutes remaining in the first half. Iriarte. I think there's no question there was contact on Abdelgadir that time. Going back to the penalty controversy leading up to the goal, I think the only interpretation is, was it one incidental contact, i.e. a bit of both players, or just hang on a second, or did the referee judge that the ball had really left Abdelgadir's possession? I'd honestly have to watch it back. Seeing it real time, a lot was going on. But there's no doubt there's contact, I could hear it. But perhaps Matt Oval will feel justice is done, because that first penalty, again, I haven't watched it back, but on first glance, that one did look very soft, that Abdelgadir one.
I say leave it!
Bernard. Transition forced to Aleshko. Saunders. Good tackle by Frank Kangbe. And Alalei is going to look for Franklin Kangbe. He's cut inside of Bagnato. Kangbe into the side netting. He's giving Gillespie Bagnato a torrid time at the moment. Franklin Kangbe, his physicality and quick change of direction. He's got such a compact build, barrel-chested, and Bagnato is not really able to cope with him at the moment. That's really loose, being played out. Fuentes! Oh my word! Staggering! Just staggering! Kensington, once again with an immediate response. Matthew Fuentes was gifted the ball on the edge of the area. He seized it with both hands and he unleashed a rocket that nearly burned a hole in the back of Christo Dolar's net. Sensational hit. It's 2-2 here after 30 minutes.
Go, boys, let's go. Right. Move on, move on.
What a game we've got here already. Fuentes on the half volley. The first touch was good to set himself up. The half volley was breathtaking. Could not have been any better. Iriarte. Now strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got another hour of this. Bernard's looking up towards Sasha Olesko. Olesko around the keeper. Olesko hits the post. Here comes Kensington at the other end. Bernard, I tell you what, Kensington also pushing this Met Oval side really effectively when they got in the back and away. I haven't seen any of the team that's come to the Oval succeed in doing. Normally, Met Oval able to play out the press, and they were able to that first 10 minutes, but at the moment it's more disrupted, more bitty for the hosts. They have transitioned out to Chris Sullivan here. That looked like it came off a hand. Play continues. Sullivan driving at Thames. Reverse it. Not a good enough pass. Bowman with the tackle. And then Villa and Bowman going at it a little afterwards. Sullivan. Raking ball. Almost found Reynoso at that far post. Corner kick for Met Oval. You cannot take your eye off this one. Saunders will take this corner kick. Gives it on the edge. Reynoso's got a little bit of space here. Nelson Reynoso. Reynoso! Straight into the hands of Morales. Good handling by the keeper. A lot of bodies in the box. And that ball travelled through them. Clever touch on by Panachia. Kong Bate wins the corner kick. Did well there. It was all by himself. This has a very different feeling to the 7-2 victory Met Oval had against Kensington here a few weeks ago. It's going to be an in-swinger here. Everyone back from Met Oval. They have struggled defending the corners this season, but they won't struggle against that too much on it. Harmlessly out for a goal kick. Christodoulou driving it up. Frank Congbate, driven towards his twin, Franklin. His first touch, a little heavy. Here's Cassio's not seen too much of the ball, certainly to Met Oval's detriment these last 10 or so minutes. They need him and Iriarte on it more, just to dictate this to tempo, make it a Met Oval game. This felt far too back and forth for the home team's liking this first half. Gonzalez looks crossfield. Thames watches it well. Abdelgadir. Good composure. Bowman. Fuentes. Reynoso. Iriarte. Sullivan can spin. Chris Sullivan. Him and Cortez have struggled at times to find that pass between them, although they did combine to create the assist for Reynoso on Met Oval second. Abdelgadir, oh sorry, even Thames did well with that. Abdelgadir searching for Congbate, read by Bagnato. Christodoulou. Gonzalez. Saunders. Kasha. Abdelgadir. Good defensive work. Gets helped on by Iriarte to Saunders. He flicks it to Reynoso. Saunders. Just looking on the diagonal for Villa. Too much on it. Big shout by Bernard, he wins the header. Iriarte. Kasha. Iriarte. The pass was there for Reynoso, but it was slightly too heavy by Iriarte. He'll win the header. And Reynoso was coming from an offside position. Oleshko denied what was a nicely taken finish. Drilled forwards wastefully by Reaper. Kasha. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Met Oval have led twice, and twice Kensington have immediately responded. The second time sensationally by Matthew Fuentes. Bernard. Iriarte. Kasha. Saunders. Iriarte. Villa has a lot of space on the left side. Iriarte will find him. Gets her back. Sullivan. Bernard. Kasha returns it to him. Patient probing by Met Oval. Saunders. Villa. It's coming from an offside position. Difficult header to execute as well. Kasha. Headed up by Fuentes. Villa. Met Oval just back, starting to settle back into their possession game here. Kasha was looking for a run that hadn't been made by Reynoso. Reaper. Fuentes. It's a lovely ball, shaped out to Olale. Olale back to Fuentes. His first touch let him down. Kasha will bring it out. Saunders. Villa.
Come on, Musa. Come on, Musa. Come help. Come help.
Sullivan.
Good. Now let's stay together. Come on. Get organized together. Come on.
Bagnato.
Musa, come help. Come help.
Gonzalez. Oleshko. Saunders. Villa.
Yeah, see, Musa, that's why.
Sullivan. Cuts inside. Adogadir sticking closely to him. Bernard. Sullivan. Met Oval. Contentious to keep possession and continue to search for the gaps, but they have the ball, they're always happy, and they can wear down Kensington with this sort of sustained possession, as they so often do to visitors at the Oval. Iriarte with dancing feet, looking to be a little bit more aggressive. Still with it, Iriarte. Villa towards the far post, no one had gambled in that. And it was a delayed clearance by Panaccia. Couldn't quite get that first touch settled, and Reynoso nearly ghosted in, but only succeeded in fouling Panaccia. Bernard with the first header. Fuentes with the second. Kasha. Reynoso. Even Oleshko's not that quick.
Hey, Musa, come on, keep working. 6 minutes still have. Come on, keep working, keep working.
I think Kensington right now would just take the half-time whistle. They've lost some of the momentum they found after the Fuentes goal. Bernard with the win against Abdelgadir, who once again has scored at the Oval. Christodoulou. Kasha. Matovo, as per usual, not at all perturbed with playing out from the back, even when it's in their own 6-yard box. It's swept in by Kensington, and it falls to Ola. Lally, and in the end, Christodoulou able to gather. That was a good chance. Saunders.
Come on, Musa, come on, Musa, come on, Musa. Please.
Bernard. Kasha. Saunders. Oleshko returns it to Saunders. It's Balti Saunders. Tried to go for it himself and then had the poke with his right foot. And I think it's ended up going some distance wide, but Morales was rooted to the spot. The toe poke very nearly catching him off guard.
We're down there, we need to make sure those kids aren't, they're fucking playing on the field. Like they're playing rondos on the field, these kids.
Abdelgadir helped on the corner to Sullivan. And that's going to be a foul, and Abdelgadir inadvertently landed on Sullivan's head, and he was apologetic. Bernard. Villa whips it in, dangerous ball. Flashed across the 6-yard box. Oleshko not far away. Nothing wrong with the cross. It just needed a slightly early gamble from Oleshko. Abdelgadir doing really well to win that aerial challenge. Bowman. Sullivan with interception, nearly taking Coach Haskell's head off. Abdelgadir. Kongbei. And Olalei is going to get this on this far side. And it's sheer towards the far post. Good gather. And Christodoulou. Pretty simple for the keeper. He holds it out to Sullivan. Fuentes doing well to stop the counter-attack. And then trying to disrupt Sullivan from taking that throw in quickly, quite obviously. Gonzalez. Reynoso. Iriarte. Not enough on the clearance. Abdelkader with the first interception. He'll look to bring it out. Nidiaglo. The race is on between Carlos Villa and Thames. Carlos Villa not taking any chances. Inside the final minute of normal time in this first half. Fuentes drives it in towards Alalei. Good header by Gonzalez initially. Panichia will let it go out for a throw-in. Alalei towards the far post. Kong Bei tried to bring it down there. Just wonder if he might have tried to connect with that first time on a diving header.
Coach, 2 minutes.
Iriarte. If Kensington can hold on to this scoreline going to half-time, they will be delighted, I think, with how this first half has gone. It's been a totally different character of game to the last meeting. They are well and truly in it. They have hurt this Met Oval side. Although it's certainly fair to say Met Oval have been overall the stronger team in the first half in terms of possession, they have not enjoyed the same sort of dominance we've seen them have in every other game at home. Gonzalez.
1 minute.
Abdelkader has done a lot of really good tracking back runs. Another one there. Sounds like 1 minute of stoppage time for this first half. Sullivan. Iriarte. Reynoso. Kensington howling for a handball. Reynoso losing it anyway, initially. Kong Bei wasn't able to turn it over permanently for Kensington though. Good tackle by Abdelkader, and that's the final action of the first half. A thrilling first half. It's 2-2 here. Penalties for both sides in the first quarter of an hour, leaving it 1-1. Reynoso then connected with a brilliant header to give Met Oval a lead again. An immediate response by Matthew Fuentes. A sensational half volley from range. You can be certain to see that in our July Goal of the Month nominee lineup. It's a semi-final that hangs in the balance. Do not go anywhere, guys. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Oval. The semi-final all tied up here as we head into the second half. I did give the other League for Clubs North East semi-final a look at half-time. Monmouth trailing 2-0 against Atlantic City. So they have a lot of work if they want to come back in that one. And this one very much in doubt. I thought on paper, and I said it on Saturday, that Monmouth and Met Oval would be the most likely teams to make the final, and they would meet each other again if that happened. But Monmouth are going to have to fight back hard against Atlantic City in the second half, and Met Oval have got a lot of work to do here against Kensington, who have proven a much tougher challenge to swallow than the previous meeting. Neither side making any changes at half-time. Sasha Olesko will kick us off it. Dusk is settled in New York, but it's still muggy, probably sitting about 76, 77. Olesko will kick us off. And we're on for the semi-final that did not fail to disappoint in the first half. Reynoso might be in behind early here, trying to cut it back. He just about kept it in, did he? No, not quite. It just run out. Very positive start from Met Oval, and they certainly started the first half very strongly. That opening 10 minutes leading up to their goal from the spot, they totally dominated. But both times they pulled ahead, Kensington had a quick answer. And they were disrupting Met Oval, playing out from the back pretty effectively. Met Oval doing the counter of that there to Kensington. Gonzalez. Kasha. Carlos Villa, and Olesko Morales again coming off his line, and again the keeper getting that just right. There's nothing he could have done about either of Met Oval's goals, and he made some really important interventions in the first half to prevent it from being a higher scoreline for Met Oval. Saunders looking to help it over the top. Olesko will dash Morales is off his line. He may be out. This time he's made it a bad decision that time. It's Saunders. Oh, he totally got under that ball. Ballooned it well wide. Just as praising Morales for his decision making coming off his line. That time he got totally stranded in no man's land. A big let off there for the keeper. Well, Alei misjudged the flight of the ball. So did Gonzalez.
Down to Javi and up. Hey, he's gonna come up. Drop.
Gonzalez. Kasha. Ariate, it's very tight over there. Gonzalez in the end opting to go along with it. Kasha getting that second ball initially, then Fuentes with the tackle. There's Andy Kasha. Ariate. Trying to force it to Reynoso. It's given back to Morales, who was not in the same wavelength whatsoever as Panicia. Back pass nearly beat the goalkeeper. He was forced to take evasive measures. Corner kick here for Met Oval. Saunders will take it and swing it with his left foot. Oleshko and Fuentes tussling on the edge of the 6-yard box. Here comes the corner. Headed out in the near post by Diaglo. Saunders. Reynoso trying to cut it back. Kensington saying it had gone out. The referee didn't see it that way. Let play go on. Kasia. Bagnato. Saunders flicks it on Oleshko. Couldn't get that final pass to Villa. It's back in towards Kensington's penalty area. Iriarte. Bernard. Sullivan. Too much for Oleshko. That second ball bounced off him, unfortunately for the Ukrainian. Took it out for a goal kick. Olele flicks it on. Kongbei couldn't get it under his spell. Reynoso. Saunders turning on a dime. Carlos Villa across the 6-yard box. It's almost spilled by Morales to Reynoso, who lets out a howl of frustration. For a second, he had the glint of an empty goal in his eyes. Gonzalez with that first header. It's going to come back to Christodoulou. Kasia. Iriarte. Sullivan. Carlos Villa.
John, need you to help. John, need you to help.
Kasia. Met Oval with a good tempo about them. It slipped through towards Nelson Reynoso, slightly overcooked the pass. Morales off his line together.
Musa, let's go, come on, move it.
Panicia looking cross field. Abdelgadir got that first header. And Met Oval a little short at the back. Abdelgadir. Thames. Not a good cross. Cleared out by Bagnato. Bowman gives it to Thames. Won by Carlos Villa. And then that was a lunge in by Thames, who's going to go into the referee's book. Whilst we have this pause, let me remind you guys, today's broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic, who made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. Scan the QR code for 10% off, and also Met Oval would like to thank their sponsors, La Casita Mexicana, the best Mexican restaurant north of the border. You can mention Met Oval for 5% off your next visit. And also Met Oval would like to thank Positive Sports Therapy, where champions end pain and get their life back. Mention Met Oval to get 15% off. Uncharacteristically loose there by Matthew Iriarte. Olelei. Bowman. Back to Morales. And he didn't do particularly well with that ball at his feet.
John, come help. John, come help. Come on.
Iriarte.
Yeah, Franklin, help. Good.
Met Oval certainly the ascendant team so far in this second half. They've had most of the possession. Saunders. Iriarte. Kasia. Good awareness. He finds Sullivan. He can go here. Abdelgadir. Sullivan onto his right foot. Gets the rebound. Cortez towards the far post. Tantalising cross. Just needed a touch. No one gambled. Reynoso keeps it in. Couldn't find a teammate. And now the race is on between Bagnato and Cogmay. Bagnato dealt with it calmly, as did Christodolo. You can see what Kensington's approach is for the second half. They're going to sit in deep and try and protect themselves from conceding a goal and hit Metoval on the break. They have the pace to do that. Here's Saunders. Or Reynoso even, excuse me. Bolty Saunders now. Bolty Saunders! That's his trademark finish there. Looking to bend it in with that left foot. A foot wide. Gonzalez winning the 50-50. Kasha. Iriarte. Abdelgadir is going to add his name to the referee's book for repeated fouls. I don't think it was for that foul in and of itself, more that it was not his first offence there. Kasha. Iriarte. Gonzalez. Saunders. Reynoso. Good footwork by Nelson Reynoso. Reynoso still with it. Aleshko. Saunders. Saved at the near post by Morales. Metoval knocking on the door. Kensington have got 3 subs actively warming up on the bench. Abdelgadir doing his manful best to connect with that, but always was going to find Anzo Christodolo. Reynoso has managed to beat Panaccia. Too much on the pass for Aleshko. Iriarte. Here comes Sullivan. Aleshko saved by Morales, Cortez and Chris Sullivan. Still with it, he goes down. Referee not buying it and then gives a free kick to make matters worse for Metoval to Kensington. A good save at that near post. Iriarte. Saunders, lovely cultured ball.
Yes, sir, we have one for you.
We'll go all 3.
Kasha.
We're not ready for all 3.
Gets it back from Iriarte. Sullivan. Kasha, back heel to Sullivan. Here's Cortez, crunching tackle. Cortez wins it towards the far post. Big head out. It's feeling very ominous at the moment for a Met Oval. Reynoso, Nelson Reynoso, firecracker of a shot. Morales with the strong hands. Cosvere coming in the back of Thames, couldn't win it. It comes to Matthew Iriarte. Caught it decently, but couldn't keep it down over the crossbar.
Frank, right? No, for Justin, Frank.
Frank, yep, Frank.
Frank, put hands up.
And then small.
Good hand.
Hey, ball.
Kensington make the first substitution of the evening.
Sit in the 6, please.
Carl Ivanov is coming on. He replaces Frank Kongbei. Reynoso, his first touch off. Half an hour remaining. Of course, if it stays level, we will go to extra time, 30 minutes of it in the semi-final. Magnato, despite Met Oval controlling the first 15 minutes of the second half, it remains level. Christo Dolau. And again, Kensington cracking the Met Oval attempt to play out the back. It hasn't been all their way, as it usually has been in previous games here. Abdogadir with the tackle. I just wonder how long is it until Coach Berkeley makes a change. Met Oval, I've had a lot of joy with making substitutions here. And them leading to goals. Against First State, they made a triple substitution when it was deadlocked at 2-2. And 10 minutes later, those substitutes had combined to create 3 goals. Well, actually 4, I'm misremembering, it's 4 goals in the space of 8 minutes. It's extraordinary, all from the subs. Kensington are going to make another double change here. Abdogadir has run his race. And Thames also replaced, so the whole right side for Kensington is going to make way. Hamza De Boer coming on. And Eshkan Masha also on. Eshkan Masha is going to go on the right wing. On the other sub, De Boer is going to be at right back. Here's Carlos Villa, excuse me. And Iriarte might add himself into a groan list now in the referee's book. It's actually been told it's Tolu Masha is the last name for Kensington's new right winger. Crossfield ball by Fuentes. And Tolu Masha trying to recreate Fuentes' magic there.
Come on, Tolu. Hey, now you're in the game. Come on.
Bernard. Kasha. Iriarte. Kasha again. Cortez. Sullivan. One back by De Boer. Tolimasha. Saunders turns it over for the hosts. Iriarte. Kasha. Bernard. Lovely ball. Carlos Villa. Cross takes a deflection. Bowman pops up with that first header. Iriarte. Reynoso. Lots of white shirts waiting for it. He goes back to Iriarte. Iriarte towards the far post. Villas looked to hook it to Olesko. How many times has Olesko been in that 6-yard box but not quite been able to connect? And Carlos Villa has so many times set him up with that, but it's just been that slight delay in the run into the 6-yard box that has eluded Olesko. And here comes Kensington down the end. Other end, Tolimasha driving at Bernard. Tolimasha ran inside and eventually ran out of space. Bowman. Fuentes. Down the channel. Flicked on by Ivanov. And then Bagnato shouldered that out, and the referee judging that came off his arm. Didn't look like that on my first glance, but the referee has given Kensington a free kick in quite a promising position. 25 minutes remaining of normal time. Kensington have someone down. I think it's Olalei. Might need to be replaced here. Just cramping. It's a big moment here for Kensington. Set pieces. A very good chance for them to hurt Metovo. They haven't got into attacking positions that much in the second half, although they have had a few promising counter-attacks. Ivanov and Nidioglu plotting over the ball. Nidioglu going for himself, caught that decently. It would have been interesting to see where that was going had it not hit Matthew Iriarte, who very bravely kept his body in the way of that. I'm not sure I would have. More defending here for Met Oval. Fuentes will deliver this corner. Towards the far post. Bernard with the header. Olalei, or Kongbei even, excuse me, retrieving. And they looked for the give and go off of Nidioglu. Metovo going to make a change. Olesko is going to make way for Carlo Brown. He has some sights at goals, Olesko, but not his night. Denied a few times by Morales, coming off his line smartly. And then a few excellent crosses put across the 6-yard box by Carlos Villa. They didn't quite connect on. Iriarte, marvellous switch. Here is Villa. Sullivan. Kasha. Saunders. Looking in behind for Reynoso is a good idea. The angle was right, but too much on it. Morales. Reaper. He'll clear it down the line. It's a good ball. Now, lovely flick on. There by Panachia. Attack broke down after that. Bagnato. Bernard. Sullivan. Saunders. Kasha. Sullivan. Matthew Iriarte's got a bit of space here. Iriarte, and that's going to be a free kick for Met Oval right on the edge of the penalty area. Sullivan clipped as he was making his way into the 18-yard box. Justin Blanco is going to come on shortly. Very good midfielder. Like for like, really, with Kasha and Iriarte. Saunders and Carlos Villa over this. Five in Kensington's wall. Quite a task to get it up over that wall and then get it to dip again, but a lower effort or trying to bend it into the other side. That may be fruitful. Let's see. Cortez, Carlos Villa Cortez with his left foot, or Saunders, or sorry, with his right foot, or Saunders with his left. Let's see. Balti Saunders just over the crossbar. Oh, that was millimetres. I said it was going to be tough to get it over the wall and get it to dip down. Saunders nearly did it. Blanco is going to come on for Andy Kasha. He's been excellent this season, Kasha, but him and Iriarte have not quite had that grip on midfield tonight they've so often had here at the Oval. Olale on the back of Gonzalez, and Olale, making mischief, but eventually that ball will come back to Christodoulou.
Hey, boys, hey, you can't start getting stretched.
Referee is going to blow the whistle and let Franklin Kongbei tie his shoelaces. Bernard. Down the channel, Carlo Brown with his first touch. Brown still with it. That's going to be another free kick, surely. Looked like the tackle would come in from behind. Referee well positioned, he didn't see it that way. Panachia partially clearing Sullivan. A little bit wayward with his possession. Iriarte
we'll take the free kick.
held himself in. And I think Matthew Iriarte's on a yellow card. He's got to be careful.
I didn't hear it. If they said it,
Coach Berklow preparing another pair of changes. Jason Arujo, one of them. Bowman will drive it up. Olale getting his feet in a muddle. That keeps the possession. And that was much smarter there from Olale, but he ended up dribbling it out. Saunders couldn't quite get a toe on it for Carlo Brown. Kang Bay and Bagnato going at it again. Carlos Fiat is going to be withdrawn. Arujo is going to replace Carlos Fiat, and Maladez is going to come on for Chris Sullivan. Looks like Maladez is going to go onto that left flank. And Arujo go in the left side of midfield, so Maladez in the left forward position, Jason Arujo in the left wing back position. Saunders. There's Arujo. Maladez. There's coming together between him and I think it's De Boer on that far side who got caught late. Kieran Fords. Flicked on by Olale. Bagnato's made a mess of that. In the corner. And there's a loose header by Ivanov Wasteful in that position. 15 minutes remaining in this semi-final before we go to extra time. This is why we love the beautiful game. On paper, you would say Met Oval certain winners after beating Kensington 7-2 just a few weeks ago here, but this game has had an entirely different complexion and it could well and truly swing either way. Tolo Musa, Amashu, excuse me, because in that free kick. Here's Blanco. Saunders. Gonzalez. Blanco too much on the pass. I think Coach Barclay just urging his Met Oval players just to relax a little bit, not to try and force it. They've still got time to win this in normal time. Kongbe looking for the free kick. He got a little clip on the heels by Bagnato. Blanco.
If he falls over, it's given.
Good give and go in the middle. Referee is going to allow an advantage, but instead he's going to blow it up to give Kongbe a yellow card.
Hey, Franklin, I got you. Hey, you have to protect him too. You have to protect him too.
Saunders. Blanco. Bernard. Hiriarte. Gonzalez. Saunders. Hiriarte. Saunders. So many black shirts to try and break through. Blanco. Hiriarte. Too much on the pass for Carlo Brown.
Franklin, hey, be smart, buddy. Be smart.
Kensington's low block is given so little space for Met Oval to try and exploit. They were finding more joy in the first half with the balls in behind for Aleshko, but the second half, much tougher task to unlock the ranks of black shirts posted on the edge of the penalty area. Kensington have defended really well for much of this game. Hiriarte, good advantage by the referee. Melodez has got some space here. Melodez palmed away. Bolty Saunders wasn't quite positioned to tuck in the rebound. Gonzalez wins it back. Carlo Brown. Ivanov forced out. Saunders. Iriarte. Matthew Iriarte. Bolty Saunders. Wild, wild effort. And Olele is going to need some medical attention again. Coach Barklow encouraging his team, saying that was the right sort of tempo, the right intent with the ball. We are approaching
Yeah, we're going to sub him if that's okay. I don't know what the... John, are you good? Another couple minutes? Another couple minutes? Franklin, come help out. Hey,
Blanco.
Come help out on this side. Franklin, come help out on this side. Come help out on this side while he's off, please.
Kensington clearing their lines again. This is going to be a very nerve-wracking
Your left wing for now, okay?
final 10 minutes here of normal time. Again, if it's level at full time, we're going to go to 30 minutes of extra time. It's survival time for Kensington. Melodez showed too much of the ball. That's Nidiaglo. Arujo. Olele back on after receiving medical treatment. Blanco. Kongbei with interception. Blanco gets it back again. There's a tug on him. And it's going to be a yellow for Nidiaglo. And a free kick for Metova about 35 yards out. And then there's a little bit of pushing after the whistle went.
Hamza, you know they can't go to the whistle.
The referee's just going over to talk with the fourth official. Not sure what about. Well, they've had a discussion. The referee and the fourth official.
Guys, 41 is out, correct?
Iriarte and Saunders over this free kick. It will be Iriarte! Tipped onto the crossbar! What an effort and what a save! He was so far out, Iriarte. It didn't face him, he caught that ball. And Morales was alive to the danger, tipped onto the crossbar with the slice of touches. Corner given short.
We'll take the next one that is not a defensive
Iriarte
goal.
got a touch, but it'll be another corner here for Met Oval. Saunders to take. Nervy moments here at the Oval. The semi-final in the balance. Cleared out by Bowman, not a good delivery by Saunders. Another change to be made here for Kensington. Their fourth. I think it's Nidiaglo who's going to be replaced. And replacing him, Bernard Sangan. Blanco. Iriarte. Bernard. Iriarte again. Searching towards Nelson Reynoso. And then the shot by Balti Saunders. It was on his unfavoured right foot. Well over the crossbar.
Cesar! Hey, here! For the group, get our pulse here! Get our pulse here! Let's relax.
Floated up, but not the best of goal kicks. Well, whoever wins this game will almost certainly face Atlantic City. Well, that's just about confirmed. It's 3-0 to Atlantic City against Motown in the 94th minute. So that's done and dusted. So Atlantic City is going to be one of our finalists. Who will meet them? That is still very much to be decided. 4 minutes left of normal time here. Extra time is looming.
Yeah. It was just a cover for John.
Bernard. Blanco.
Come on, Tolu.
Bernard. Aruja. Saunders. Intricate by Met Oval. Iriarte. Aruja. Iriarte again. It's TJ Bernard advancing forwards. Blanco. Iriarte. Maladaz. Aruja. Lots of pace on the cross. Is a really important header at that near post. By Reaper, corner kick for Met Oval. It's a siege of the Kensington penalty area at the moment. 3 minutes left. How are your fingernails? The home support urging Met Oval for a late winner here. Meladez will take the corner.
Hey, sit with 12! Sit with 12!
Swung in. Decent ball. The rise by Bagnato, but he couldn't keep it down. Think if you offered Kensington a penalty shootout here and now, they'd bite your hand off.
Come on, Frank.
They are hanging on here.
Come on, Franco. Boys, hey, come on. 2 minutes, come on. Let's get together.
Bernard.
Hey, I think we need to make one of
Meladez. Iriarte. Spinning away from Fuentes. Iriarte. He'll get the free kick. He was impeded a few times. It was gnat bites at his heels, but they all added up. Another chance for Met Oval to send something into the penalty area. Again, it's Iriarte and Saunders over it. I imagine this time, even Iriarte wouldn't go for a shot. It's further out this time, but who knows? He hit the last one so well. It's going to be Iriarte low, and it's flicked on. Rebound! Still alive, and somehow it's not hit the back of the net. The canny free kick nearly catching Kensington with their pants down. I think it was Carlo Brown lunging in there. He got the slice of touch on the first ball. Morales with the save. And then Maladez on the rebound couldn't squirm it in at the tightest of angles. A very different kind of set piece this time from Iriarte. Nearly even more effective than that brilliant long range effort.
Sir, we're going to stop.
Reynoso with the header. Reaper. It's going to be a throw in for Metoval. Kensington are going to make another change in a second. Iriarte. Bernard. We're heading into stoppage time here at the Oval. Met Oval have been searching hard for that goal, a third lead, a ticket to the final, but it still eluded them. Saunders is going to get another free kick for Met Oval. This is a brilliant position for the hosts. Could shoot this or cross it with the angle. Kensington are going to make another change. I think they might wait until after the set piece. And this Uche is stripped down. Be interested to see how much stoppage time we get. I'd imagine we're going to get at least 4 minutes. So I'm hearing from the referee 3 minutes of stoppage time, of which we've already played one. Saunders towards the far post, header. A foot wide, Reynoso connecting. Couldn't recreate his first half header. Kensington will make the change now. Franklin Kongbei is going to make way. He just ran out of gas. He did really well in that forward press.
Ricky, you good? Yep. You still got another game in you. Play these next game, you can play 3 or 4 of these back to back. No, we have 30 after that. 30 after this.
Driven up, flicked on. Wouldn't actually be football if Kensington went up the other end and scored in stoppage time after all the dominance Met Oval have had the last 25 minutes. They could now. Bagnato recovered really well. He was nearly turned by Tolumasha. Tolumasha's going down the centre now. Ernest Uche is on the right flank. Down the channel, it's Uche. Thrown for Kensington. Who I think will be relieved to be out of their own half, but also this is not a bad position for this throw. They're going to, I think, hurl it into the 18-yard box. Looping throw in, flicked on. Goal kick for Met Oval.
Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Tolu, come on! Get with the group! Get with the group!
We can count the remainder of stoppage time in seconds now. It looks like we're going to 30 minutes of extra time to see who will face Atlantic City in the final. Unless Maladez, Balti Saunders. Ariarte, Bernard, Aruja towards the far post. Good header out by Panachia, and that's full time. Kensington not getting the chance to counter-attack. We are going to extra time here at the Oval. No goals in the second half. Met Oval through their kitchen sink at the visitors' back line. But by hook and by crook, Kensington keeping them out. As one-sided the final 20 minutes, as you'll see, but Kensington have done the job, the miraculous job, after losing 7-2 here a few weeks ago. They've taken this game to extra time. Do not go now, guys. We'll be back shortly with it.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
that. They should do that, actually.
So they used to settle it.
Right, everyone, welcome back, and we're off it with extra time at the Oval. All 4 goals coming in the first half. Met Oval pushed hard for a winner in that second period, but some great saves, a bit of bad luck, some wasteful finishing, and here we are. 2 15-minute halves, and then, if no winner after that, the dreaded penalty shootout. If you do catch the scoreboard in the background, it's starting from 45, just because they don't have the scoreboard here configured for the extra time, but don't get confused. It's 15 minutes extra time, and obviously you can see the scoreboard on our scoreboard timer. And that is correct. Balti Saunders wearing the armband now. Iriarte. Maladez let that run away from him. Chased it down. It'll be a throw in for Kensington though. Kensington made a 6th substitution. John Ramos came on for Olalei. You could see we're struggling with cramp in that second half as it progressed. That front line for Kensington really worked so hard to do a heavy press that often was successful. TJ Bernard. Iriarte. Blanco. Loose pass by him. Reaper. Blanco. Bernard. Plays it inside. Carlo Brown onto his right foot. Good defending by Bowman to stop him. It will be a corner kick for Met Oval. These extra times are always so unpredictable. The legs are going to be heavy for a lot of these players. Although Kensington have swapped over half their outfield players now. Met Oval have made 4. Iriarte, TJ Bernard over the crossbar. And Kensington are making 7th change now. And it's Matthew Fuentes who produced the moment of the match so far. That stunning half volley to equalise the second time for Kensington. Nate Bisback is replacing him. Blanco. Iriarte. Bernard. Reynoso. Blanco. Arauja. Maladez. Blanco. Iriarte, clever flick. Carlo Brown. The start of this extra time beginning much as the second half ended. Oval with having most of possession. Bagnato and Tolo Masha tussling for it, and then Bagnato getting a late tackle by Tolo Masha, and Bagnato going flying. Blanco. Reynoso. Carlo Brown. Reaper sticking closely to him. It's Blanco. A little bit awkward here for Uche. Did well on that bounce. Iriarte, everyone back behind the ball for Kensington other than Tolumasha. Bernard. Iriarte, clever feet. Saunders tries to reverse it back to Iriarte. Kensington blocking that, and Tolumasha with a clever change of direction, and Kensington looking for the counter-attack. Bagnato in the right place at the right time, as he dependably is. Maladez, Arujo. Iriarte, can see, is starting to look a bit heavy legs. You can't blame him. It's been a high-tempo game. Nelson Reynoso with some time. Hesitated a little bit, gets it back a second time. Nelson Reynoso over the crossbar. Took a deflection. Corner kick. Reynoso is streaked up and down the touchline. And if you're Atlantic City, you are certainly delighted watching this. Both these teams, who are going to have to face them in the final in 3 days, going into this attritional extra time. Saunders whips it in. A touch by Birzbach. And the last touch came off of a Met Oval player. Uche. Good tackle by Gonzalez. The ball down the line. Tolumasha. Headed back by Uche. Tolumasha. Ivanov. De Boer. Tolumasha. Dancing feet. One back by Metova. Aruja into Balti Saunders.
Hey, watch your back shoulder. Watch your back shoulder. Yeah, good earn.
Bernard. Iriarte. Iriarte again. Reynoso. Kensington happy to let Met Oval play in front of their defensive lines. Here's Blanco. Bernard. Arujo. Carlo Brown. Bowman sticking to him like a band-aid. Good step by Gonzalez to stop the Kensington counter-attack, and Kensington committed a couple of numbers forwards there. Here's Reynoso surging towards the byline. Reynoso corner kick. Good defensive work to stick with him by John Ramos.
You gotta help us be the outlet as much as you can. Hold on to the ball, get a foul, see if we can get upfield any way we can.
We're already halfway through this first period in extra time. Saunders swings in with a lot of pace. Headed out by the big German Bowman. Iriarte. Saunders towards the far post. Slightly too high for Bagnato. The centre-back trying to ghost in at that back post. Ivanov. Stay gone. De Boer drills it up down the channel. That's a useful ball, but the flag up against Tolumasha.
Just a step too early.
Blanco. Bernard. Blanco again. Kensington refusing to be baited out of their low block. Blanco. Played it into the danger area, and Birzbach brings it away.
Good idea.
Too much on the pass for Paniachia.
just drop. Listen to your teammates. Hey, listen to your team. Come on.
Bernard. It's a good diagonal ball. Reynoso. Saunders. Towards the far post. Melendez tried to take it on the scissor kick. Didn't connect cleanly at all.
Hey, come on. Hey, boys. Hey, we need you to help us get out here. Come on. Hey, we gotta trust them to communicate on the field.
Bowman lofts up the goal kick.
Good, Tolu. Now help him, Tolu.
Tolomasha flicking on to Uche, and that might go out for a corner kick here for Kensington. Bagnato couldn't prevent it. An opportunity here for Kensington.
Cal, you want it? Go.
It's going to be swung out here by Ivanov. Flicked on, a really important header by Bagnato. Comes on the far side, lofted back into the penalty area. Straight into the hands of Christo Dolau. And he's going to look to start the counter-attack. What a hurl that is. Iriarte, what's he got left in the tank? He's got two white shirts with him, more joining. Carlo Brown is onside here. Carlo Brown. Blanco couldn't get that pass under his control. It's just a little behind him. Bernard. Drilled cross field. Saunders. Another one who's been playing all the football here. And you can see him just trying to get a rest. But right now, Coach Bucklow doesn't look as if he's going to make another change. Maybe one I can see stripping down is going to be introduced shortly. Does look like Metovo have only made 4 changes so far, are in need of another just in terms of the fitness. The amount of football they've played and the tempo. And again, remember, it's cooled down a bit now, but it was warm when we kicked off at 86, 87 degrees. Araujo. That's well done. Reynoso. Nelson Reynoso. What can he conjure up? Again, the tired legs laying him down. Well, I thought for a second, look at that burst of pace. He showed me right up there, Reynoso. Not that tired. Really good recovery run from him. Iriarte. Saunders. Bernard. Saunders. Maltese Saunders. Flashed across the face of the goal. I think he was searching for that back post himself. Monmouth came here and played the low block for much of the game on Saturday, and they kept Met Oval out for an hour with it. Kensington switched to it at half-time, and they're now approaching the same period of time in which they have kept out the hosts, but Met Oval did find a way through. Here comes Kensington down the other end. Tolomasha. Paniachia, excuse me. He wins a throw-in for Kensington, and they will take that. Held in. Good header by Bagnato. Araujo will keep it in. Bernard. Iriarte, still got quality in the legs. Reynoso searching towards Carlo Brown. The race is on. Morales off his line, taking no chances. Let's see if the referee opts to play any stoppage time at all. I'm not sure he's going to hit. He doesn't. On the stroke of 15 minutes. We have half time and extra time. It's going to be a quick turnaround here, just 2 minutes. A very familiar pattern of game now, met over with all the possession, but unable to find the breakthrough.
Hey, come here, come here. Come on.
Can Matt Oval find a way to unlock Kensington's back line? Or are we going to penalties? Or are Kensington going to go up the other end? They have had some threatening counter-attacks throughout this game, and the set pieces have looked very dangerous. All 4 goals remarkably came inside the first half an hour in this game. It's been much tenser now since then. Lots of chances, but no breakthrough. I think Coach Burklow will make at least one change at half time from Mess Oval. Well, let's see. I think he was going to assess with his players how they were feeling. Well, it looks like it is going to be the same 11 that went in at half time. "15 minutes to play here, and then it's the dreaded penalty shootout. Unless someone can find a goal, someone can will those tired legs to produce a moment that takes their side to the League for Clubs North East final. Ariarte. Gonzalez. Cannot find Reynoso, and we are just going to see more errors like that in these final 15 minutes with, again, just the physical toll all these players are having to deal with that have played the full playing time. Blanco. Reynoso. It's turned over in the middle by Sagan, who couldn't find a teammate. Sagan. Good awareness. Debord. Uche. Totally air kicked it. And it'll go out for a goal kick. Ariarte.
Sir, so we started.
Aruja.
So when that's at 15, basically.
Maladez. Arujo. Low cross in. It's travelled to Nelson Reynoso. Reynoso. Oh, he's turned back. What a magnificent tackle. It comes here to Bolty Saunders. Goma scramble, nearly fell back to Reynoso again. He's gone down. No penalty there, though. Certainly not. It was a fair tackle by Reaper. A hair-raising moment inside Kensington's penalty area. Reynoso checked back one more time, and that gave, I think it was De Boer, the chance to make the last-ditch tackle, the goal-saving tackle. And then there's another block to stop Saunders. Saunders with the cross. Bagnato with the first. Headed back across the 6-yard box. Bagnato! And it comes into the hands of Morales, and Kensington can breathe. Morales hoofing it forth, really big win by Araujo. There's a 2-on-2 back there. Iriarte. And penalised for Haifa. I think more of a case of a low head there by Saigon. Switch cross field. Paniachia. Ramos. Up towards Tolo Massa. Ramos. Swung across to Bowman. Looking diagonal. Reynoso there to meet it. Swept up by Paniachia. Then a loose pass there by Ramos. Reynoso. Iriarte. Blanco. Reynoso searching towards Carlo Brown. The Met Oval faithful winning on their home side. Carlo Brown. Still with it. Riding the tackle. Iriarte. Blanco. Saunders. Carlo Brown. Did that come off hand? It's then pinged off of Carlo Brown. And then again, goal kick. Well, I don't think there was a shout around Brown half-heartedly, but it's point blank with a Bowman. Some dark arts by Kensington to try and run down this clock. Another change is coming. It's Will Baker, who's a late addition to the squad. He wasn't initially going to be included, but Andrea de Blasio to pull out due to injury. Baker has provided goals for Met Oval off the bench before this season, and he did score against Kensington in the previous meeting. Driven across field towards Reynoso. Very calm header by Paniachia. 10 minutes left in this semi-final that has thrilled as well as tortured with the tension at times. Paniachia. Tolumasha. Tolumasha towards the far post. Uche. Blanco well positioned, excuse me. Valadez restores order for Met Oval. Valadez again, and he'll win a free kick there. And I think Met Oval will make their change. Bernard will make way for Will Baker. So I think this may be a change of shape here. We'll see from Coach Buckler. You know, actually, I think Araujo might have dropped back into the back three. Baker has gone into the front line by the looks of it. Here he is now, Will Baker. Baker in the area, tussling. Valadez sets it back! Saunders! That might be the golden ticket for Met Oval to the League for Clubs final in the North East Conference. They've had to wait, they've had to push, they've had to probe. But at long last, they breached Kensington's defence. And it's Balti Saunders with his second goal of the night. His 6th of the season. His most important yet. Saunders, with the poacher's instincts, positioned himself perfectly, didn't panic with the finish, willed their heavy legs. And that's going to be his last kick of the game. He's going to be replaced. What a kick it could prove to be. Melades and Baker involved. Baker, the substitute, once again making an impact. And Toba has come on. And now Kensington have got to try and find gas in the tank for a goal with 8 minutes remaining. Wild tackle there by Reynoso. He's going to go into the book. Every time Kensington have gone behind tonight, they've had a quick response. They've got a chance here with this set piece. Ivanov will deliver in. Whips it in low. Thrown by the corner flag for Kensington. Held in. Headed out by Gonzalez. And Araujo will get it anywhere. That is not Met Oval's penalty area. Well, on the balance of play, you can't dispute it's fair that Met Oval lead, but Kensington have shown so much courage here. It's harsh on them, and they may get a response here. Tolu Masha teasing it across that 6-yard box. Perilous moment. Really well dealt with at that back post by Gonzalez. Could have easily deflected into his own net. But this late goal is cruel on Kensington, who endured so much. Defended so bravely for so long. Held in. They still do have time for a response here, though. And that's going to be a goal kick, I think, for Met Oval. And now it's suddenly Met Oval who are looking to run time off this clock. 5 minutes left of the allotted 15.
Let's go, Black!
Blanco puts it almost over the fence. What a game of football it's been. Everything you could have hoped for from a semi-final. We've had twists and turns, we've had brilliant goals, and we've had late drama. Is there still another chapter to write in the story? But either way, if it is Met Oval who hang on to this lead, you'll feel Atlantic City have that advantage now that they've beaten Monmouth in normal time, and Met Oval have expended so much energy to break down this Kensington side. There'll be 120 minutes of it. Reynoso. He handled the ball. Reaper's going to hammer this up into the 18 our box vicinity. Aruja gets it. Melodez, Aruja. Behind Carlo Brown. Reaper. Gonzalez. Iriarte, Coach Burklow, pleading his players to put it in the corner flag. Blanco helped on. There's Akers on the left side. Magnificent tackle by Ramos. There's Batch. Paniachia, dancing feet. Paniachia looking crossfield, too close for Christodoulou. And he'll roll that out to Araujo. Metoval nearly there. Nearly in the inaugural League for Clubs North East Conference final. Bagnato. They'll give it back to Christo Dolau. That's I thought it was a good ball for a sec, just slightly too far ahead of Arujo. Debord. Inside the final 2 minutes. I imagine we'll get at least a minute of stoppage time given the goal delay for Metoval. At the moment, Balti Saunders on course to be the match winner, a late match winner. Christodoulou will take off more precious seconds from the clock.
Yeah, David, stay. Christodoulou's just going to go direct. Carlo Brown might be in behind. Carlo Brown with the lob. Wasn't going to go in any case. Reaper back there. Kensington still alive. Just. Can they fashion out one more chance? Beersbatch has escaped Gonzalez. Black shirt steaming forwards. Beersbatch looking for the switch. Not enough on it to reach Suchet. Melodez and Arujo will just hammer that clear. Reaper. Reynoso with the header. Baker. Blanco. Carlo Brown. Brown still with it, and Coach Burklow telling him to change towards the corner flag rather than try and get the goal, and then he's been cleaned out from behind. Some ball was gotten there, but I have to say, I think that was a foul, and then Brown with the push. Understandably unhappy with that tackle. Tempers flaring over.
Go on! Hey! Block! Relax! Save what precious time we have left! Save what
We'll see what the referee decides, whether it's a throw-in or a free kick to Metoval. And somehow or other, they've determined that's a Kensington throw, and I can't quite see how that adds up. We're into stoppage time. And that was then a back pass throw-in to Morales. And it's going to be an indirect free kick. The kids thought that was the full-time whistle. It wasn't. And that was not the throw that Morales or Kensington needed. Thrown in, bouncing to him, with a Metoval centre forward bearing down on him. Wasn't much else he could have done with that, Morales, honestly.
Do Met Oval try and finish this here, or do they again look for the corner flag? We're into stoppage time. I imagine with where we're at now, probably going to get another 2 minutes of playing time, maybe a minute. Given short, just over the crossbar by Melades. Met Oval peeling for the corner kick. Again, the call going against them. Maybe time for one last attack here for Kensington. There isn't. That's the full-time whistle. Met Oval are heading to the League for Clubs North East Conference Final, where they'll meet Atlantic City. They had to do it the hard way. Kensington took them right to the final whistle. Balti Saunders finding the winner in extra time, 9 minutes before the full-time whistle. Met Oval's toughest victory yet this season. And it wasn't on the cards on paper. Massive credit to Kensington, who gave a totally different showing to what they did a few weeks ago here at the Oval. This game hung in the balance right until the final whistle. And whilst Met Oval certainly dominated the possession and were the better side, Kensington did what they needed to do to keep themselves in it, produced some moments of quality when they had to, and defended very bravely. But in the end, Met Oval were able to find the breakthrough. What a dramatic semi-final. Don't go now, guys. We'll try and get some post-match reaction from Met Oval coaches and players to unpack that remarkable game of football.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Hey guys, I'm here with the match winner, Balti Saunders. Balti, firstly, what a semi-final. Yeah. Describe that feeling when you finished it off with 9 minutes left.
Honestly, I had the confidence that it was going to come, so it was just about being patient. And then when the moment, arrived, I was literally in the 6-yard block, so all I had to do was keep focus and tap it in. And then that feeling after was amazing, just having all the fans and the team to celebrate. So it felt really good.
As you said, you had to be patient. Kensington did the low block, it's particularly in that second half and all of extra time. You guys had almost all the possession. It just, for whatever reason, just wasn't in the back of the net. What was the team talk that Coach Berklow gave you going into that second half of extra time when you'd been knocking the door for so long but just couldn't find the goal?
Yeah, he felt that we were being a little complacent in terms of taking our chances, and he really wanted us to just put our foot on their throats, just go at it for the whole 45 minutes, and we knew that the goal would come. It was just a matter of pushing. These are what playoff games are, they bring you right to your limit, but at the end of the day we pulled through, so that's what's important.
This has been the hardest fight you guys had to put in at home. It's always been very competitive, these games, but you normally end up winning, by a bit of a margin. Was this more a game where you had to win with your character rather than your quality?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a game of perseverance and character. We haven't necessarily had to prove that too much during the regular season, but now that we're in playoffs, we definitely have that in us, and we're ready to show it whenever. So,
Atlantic City here for the North East final, a silver on the line. How much are you looking forward to facing them again?
I'm super excited. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play in the last game, so for me, I'm really excited to beat them and move on to nationals.
Yeah. Well, Balti, I'll let you get some rest. I felt tired watching you out there. Amazing effort, brilliant finish.
Thank you.
Hope you get some rest, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
All right. We're going to get Coach Berklow as well.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm the director.
Pleasure to meet you, Jeff.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Hey, guys. Take care, guys. I've got Coach Berklow. And who's this young lady as well? Is this the assistant?
Yeah, this is my assistant. Tell me your name.
What's your name, young lady?
Ayla.
Ayla. We know what. We hear a lot from your dad. Let's hear from you first, Ayla. Ayla, how exciting was that game for you?
Well, I'm not very much into soccer, so not really. But it was fun whenever we got to go into the field.
Yeah, you enjoyed that part. You enjoyed the pitch invasion. So were you napping and then you just got woke up by that third goal, or were you watching when they scored the winning goal?
Yeah, I go on with my little sandwich.
Oh, nice. You went with a sandwich. Well done. Well, you guys did a great job. Great atmosphere around there. So very good job. Very good job. Coach, what a match. On paper, you guys were heavy favourites, but Kensington defended really well. What was the key for you guys to eventually break them down? Because you had to be really patient tonight.
No, I think the first thing we tried to say is, guys, nothing before matters. You're in one-off playoff games. What your seed is irrelevant. And we need to make sure we approach the game and respect the other team. And because they also brought a completely different group than what we saw, and the quality of the group that they brought was good. And obviously they stressed us. So I think for us, it was just really remaining loyal to what we do and not panicking and not feeling like it has to be quicker and it has to be forced. So I think for us, it was more keep doing what we do, wear them down, the chance will come, and it's just more about can we have the right quality in the right moment. So.
Absolutely. How are your nerves in that game? Because I mean, Kensington, obviously you had the most pen back, but they were dangerous from the break. They're dangerous from the set pieces. So did you always have the confidence, or did you just feel like this could tip either way at any point?
I think there's always a doubt, right? Because like you said, there was moments that they had on the break where the game was a little bit open, and if they have the right moment of quality, then all of a sudden it's 3-2, and you're the team scrambling. So, but I think with our group here in particular, I think there's always confidence, right? I think here the boys know, here nobody's coming here to win. So I think the confidence knowing that we're at home. I thought the fans were awesome today. We had a really good crowd, which was awesome to see. I think no matter what the situation is, we're always confident here at home.
You guys have got the final in 3 days back here against Atlantic City. I could overhear you in the team talk. The rest and recovery is key. So is that just going to be it for your players? Just as much as possible, get their bodies repaired?
No, that's the biggest thing for me. We had thought about, do we come out and train Friday? But for me, the second day is typically where they're the most sore. So I think at this point it's more rest, recover. At this point, it's about us and us performing. So we'll show up on Saturday and take care of things.
Finally, this is your first time back with the men's team as a club met over for over a decade. You've made a League for Clubs final in a very competitive division. Yep. How does that feel?
No, phenomenal. For me, it surpassed expectations in terms of the response from the club and the excitement that we got from our alumni to come back and play. So for me, it went about as great as could be. So now we're looking forward to continuing year two, but we've got a job to do first, so we're still in it. We got more to do.
Absolutely. Well,
Let's all try and recover. I think my nerves need some recovery as well. That was such a tense, enjoyable semi-final to watch. But yeah, I hope you get some rest, Coach. Congratulations on making the final in the first season with the Leaf clubs. Ayla, great job. Are you going to be there on Saturday?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. All right. Make sure you bring that sandwich again. All right. You guys were brilliant. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Cheers. All right, guys. Well, that just about does it for us here at Met Oval. What a night. What a semi-final. This is why we love playoff action. It had us gripped and on the edge of our seats the entire evening, but in the end, Balti Saunders with the extra time goal late on to send Met Oval to the League for Clubs North East Conference Final. That will be back here at the Oval on Saturday. We're going to have details on Instagram, probably on Friday, the exact time, so we'll let you know, you guys know that. They'll face Atlantic City. But for now, this is Josh Pratt and JP Zuccato signing off from the Oval. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday nights, everyone.